What it is, we've reached the back of the show. If you're just joining us for the first time and hear it app stupid, welcome. We had a great show today. We talked to Antonio Pierce. Did he get a raw deal? He got fired by the Vegas Raiders after 1 year of service. Go back and listen to the segment. Then you had Mr. Grubb. He got fired in Seattle, the offensive coordinator who won 10 games. Was it justified? I don't know. Then you had some sort of weird letter to Mr. Khan, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, him and Doug Penderson. That was just creepy and weird. But he got fired. Jesus. Wild card weekend, night game is going to be Baltimore versus the Steelers. It's the rubber match. And I gave you why I think Baltimore will pull that game out. But I gave props to the Steelers, and I gave props to Russell Wilson and Justin Fields and Tomlin in the game. So the first game on said docket is going to be the Texans and the Chargers. Who wins? Who do you like? We'll go over the odds when we come back from a quick 20 from a rap album we're dropping. As usual, this is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern pushing another rap album this month. Killer Mike. Songs for Sinners and Saints. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the album, Nobody Knows, with Anthony Hamilton, is a really good song. Humble Me, very deep, very good song. Higher Level, Lord Prepare Me, Had to Go Get It, and Still Talking That Shit. Killer Mike, Songs for Saints and Sinners, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Killer Mike in A-Town. Make sure you go ahead and get that song for Saints and Sinners. Really, a really good album. I enjoyed it. Oh my goodness. Well, again, not gonna hold you on this. Like I said, it's not a whole bunch. They have the Chargers. When I say they, the sports books, and this is what I hate, and I'll go off on my little soapbox moment announced, and then I'll tell you when I'm off of it. Anytime you have a sports league that's invested in your professional sports or your college sports, there has to be just a side eye. Because when you legalize gambling, you give people an incentive to game the system. There's been countless amount of referees and countless amount of players that they've got caught gambling on the game that they were playing in. And this resulted into not only investigations, but people finding out. So I don't think that you need to get money out of sports. I think you need to get gambling out of sports. I think you need to eliminate gambling from professional sports. That's NHL, MLB, NFL, NBA. Get rid of it altogether. Okay, off the soapbox I go. So the BetGM Sportsbook, they have the Chargers as a 3-point favorite. I say to myself, I'm not buying it. The over-under is at 140 points. I'm going to take the under on that one. But what I am going to say is that I do not discount CJ Stroud. Now, these two have never played each other in the regular season. So it's going to be a filling out period. And I know the Raiders, not the Raiders, but the Chargers, the Chargers are coming back from playing the Raiders. And the Raiders, again, an abject failure. And then they beat them 34-20. And then they beat New England 40-7. And so, yeah, they're entering a hot streak. And no one's going to sit there and discount that. But by that same accord, the Texans are riding a hot streak as well. They beat the Titans 23-14, and then they played one of the hottest teams going into the playoffs, which was the Baltimore Ravens. That was a Christmas Day game, and they got whooped up 31-2. But don't let that game sit in your mind why the Texans aren't good or as good. D'Amico Ryans has actually coached in the playoffs. This is all new to Jim Harbaugh. Remember, he's been in Michigan for 3 to 4 years. The speed of the NFL, things change. The last time he was in this position, he was coaching out in San Francisco before they ran him out of town. Things change. And in those playoff games, it's any and everything that is going to affect you. And certain things are factors. Just what are those factors? We'll go into those when we come back from a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern. We promoting a new rap album this month, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, Missionary. Get it in stores where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is going to be Foreplay. Shangri-La is crazy. That's a crazy record. Out of the Blue. That beat switch tempo, oh man, that's a genius. Hard Knocks, Gorgeous, Last Dance with Mary Jane, that's fire to me. Then there's Sticky Situation, oh my, there are so many cuts on here. If you enjoy real hip hop and music, then Snoop Dogg Missionary does not disappoint. Get it in stores now. A shout out to Snoop and Dre still doing their thing. So when we go back and we look at some variables that's out there, the Chargers, okay, the Chargers, when it comes to beating a winning team on the road, I don't think that they have that feather in their cap. I don't think that they have that feather in their cap. And the reason I said that is that you got to look at the two teams they played on the road that have winning records. The Pittsburgh Steelers, which Pittsburgh beat them. And then you look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, Kansas City beat them. They went to Kansas City on the road and they got beat. But then, like I said, they beat an emerging Denver team late. That's it. Every team that they played had a losing record. The Browns, the Falcons, the Patriots, the Raiders, and Carolina. So if you can't beat a good team on the road, what does that say about you? What does that say? And I'm not talking trash about them. I'm just sitting here saying, hey, look, them is numbers. Them is numbers. And if you just like, oh, okay, well, I can see where, you have a point. Yeah, you can see where I have a point because, hey, look, you haven't beat a winning team at home. That's who you played a bunch of trash teams on the road, and you should have won those games. When we come back from our final break, I'll give you who I think who is going to win this game and also why they win this game. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we do. 2025, new album out on the streets. Bodie James and Who the Hell is Carlo? Hidden in plain sight. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites are Hidden in Plain Sight, the feature track with Conway the Machine and Styles P, Big Wings, and Brick James. Bodie James and Who the Hell is Carlo? Hidden in Plain Sight, in stores. Yeah, shout out to Bodie James and Who the Hell is Carlo. I thought they was pretty good. looking at the Texans and just me, like I say, looking at them and what they were able to accomplish, the Texans, they had a pretty nice home game. They had a pretty nice home game record. And that's who I think is going to win this game. I think that it's going to come down to the 3 points, but I'm going to go in favor of the Houston Texans. I think that as good as the Chargers have been playing this year, they're supposed to beat the guys they're going to beat. No harm in saying that. But when it comes to playing a good team at home, I don't think that they've actually proven themselves. And they have to go on the road. And nowhere is that Charger defense on the same level as a Baltimore defense. And I think the Texans, they just played sharper competition, and they have this for the taking. So there it is. I could be wrong. As always, let me know in the comments, people. Y'all know how we get down. But well, that's the show. Thank you all for joining us. We had a great time. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe button and share the content. This is Big Vern, and we'll see you tomorrow.